stakes we're playing with here. So, if you take the attitude of this guy and just take the government BS as truth, then what you're doing is you're essentially giving up responsibility for your own health. You're saying that, I'm not capable of finding out the truth for myself. I'm going to delegate responsibility to pharmaceutically trained doctors, pharmaceutically funded hospitals to solve the problem for me. And I'm going to do a future video on the corruption of hospitals and the whole industry soon. So, based on the statistics, based on the outright corruption, the outright criminality of these medical institutions, whether they're pharmaceutical drugs or medical institutions like the FDA, you have to really question, are you going to believe the institutions run by serial killers, or are you going to believe the tens of thousands of regular, well-meaning, well-intentioned individuals on forums like CureZone or Genesis 2 forum who don't have an agenda to play? And that's your choice, but it's a fundamental choice people have to make out there, because the problems in the world and the corruption in the world is getting to such a sort of overload that there's going to be very destructive changes soon if things don't change, if people don't wake up to the obvious facts. Now, I feel I've covered MMS enough for you to go out there and do your own research. I'm going to talk about now some of the outright criminality of governments and associated medical institutions. Now, this is what really stuns me in how ridiculous these media hit pieces are. Because while they're attacking breakthroughs like MMS, which have been used by hundreds of thousands of people and have had no deaths from proper use, they completely ignore the outrageous war crimes of governments and the medical establishment, like putting rat poison in the water. Now, fluoride is one of the leading causes and the leading causes of environmental disasters in the United States of America. It's extremely toxic, it's extremely lethal, and it will kill you in very small amounts. Now, I talked to someone at a water corporation institution and asked him about fluoride, and he told me that they put clean, very pure hydrofluoric acid in the water. Now, anyone who knows anything about hydrofluoric acid knows that it is ridiculously poisonous, and even the slightest amount of skin contact will kill you. So that's just one piece of the puzzle. We've got the deaths from death by medicine, we've got the deaths from government, and there's many different facets we could explore, from the deaths from pharmaceutical drug side effects, the deaths from the outright criminality of many big pharmaceutical companies, and how their real agenda is sterilizing third worlds and outright population reduction. And we could go into, the chemical weapons being used on our food and the outright poisoning of us. And folks, I've probably said this quite a few times. You really got to, choose who you want to believe. Do you want to choose the slick salesman of the mainstream media and the government in their flashy sites and their, technical sounding language, and the myriad idiot skeptics out there who just have got it completely wrong and focus on the wrong issues? Or do you want to believe normal, well-meaning people who actually care about you and want to see you and your family healthy? So I've probably waffled on enough. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. More to come at matrixwar.com. Apologise if I wasn't too fluent. I didn't get much sleep last night. And hopefully you have some constructive feedback or criticism, or even debate to offer. I'm welcome and happy to address any kind of debunking points you want to make. It's really a common sense thing when you get into it, and hope to hear from you. Take care.